Naomi Jane backstage for Pro Wrestling Pride in Taunton. I am joined by a legend, TATANKA. Nice to have you.
Cool. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here with the Pride Wrestling fans right here in Taunton. The Native American TATANKA is here to be on the Warpath. So thanks for all the fans for coming out. You guys keep supporting UK wrestling.
Now you're known for your incredible power inside of the ring. What is it that made you want to start wrestling? Have you always been a fan?
Well, actually, the way it began was kind of a very unique story. I kept going to Blockbuster Video, a big video store that was in Florida. I kept running into this young kid. Every time I ran into this young kid, he was going, "You should be in pro wrestling. You should get into pro wrestling." But at that time, I just came out of tryouts for the Miami Dolphins in high school. I played football, college scholarship, so I had the Miami Dolphins recruit me. So I just came out of tryouts for them. I had made the cuts with them. So I had an opportunity to play for the Miami Dolphins, but a wrestling scout seen me at that time, and I kept running into him all the time at Blockbuster Video. So eventually, I started saying, let me check out pro wrestling. I wasn't this big fan watching every Saturday, but I turned on Saturday morning when it was only on Saturday mornings, and I started watching World Wrestling Federation, and I noticed all these superstars coming out, big sold-out coliseums. Everybody had T-shirts. Everybody had foam 2x4s. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, you know, good friend of mine. But everybody there, I noticed that these are all athletes, but my God, look at the people, look at the pay-per-views. They're doing shows every night. I said, these guys are making money. So I started doing more research. I started watching more. So finally I asked the kid, I said, listen, so what's going on? You know, and you're telling me I can be a big star in wrestling, da-da-da. He said, listen, I can really introduce you to someone big in the business. So finally he took me to this beautiful house in Fort Lauderdale on the water, gorgeous place, and I was really honored. My first introduction into the business was actually with Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. So I actually met the guy that Ric Flair got his whole character from, the guy in the 50s that made wrestling electrifying, coming out with the robe. He took it to that showmanship, you know, Buddy Rogers. So we really hit it off fantastic. Then he sent me to the Monster Factory, and I was really blessed because 1 year later, very quickly, I got signed by WWE. Yeah. But also, I had a lot of opportunity working hard on the independent circuit in North Carolina, South Carolina. I was working for George Scott, which is North American Wrestling Association. George Scott was the original booker for WWE at that time, the World Wrestling Federation, during the Hogan years. So you had a great promotion in the Carolinas. We had great TV time. We were on I had guys like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat around me, Wahoo McDaniel. So I had some great veterans training me. So it really helped out by having them, having a great promotion with TV. It sped up my training, more or less, is what I'm trying to say. So it really helped me to be able to get it only a year later. Plus, I was runner-up for Rookie of the Year, too, by Pro Wrestling Illustrated, so that helped me a lot, too.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much.
Cool, you're welcome.
Yeah. I know it's going to be a tough one. If you had to pick of your career, of your all-time favourite match that you had, which would you pick?
My gosh, in our era, what's so different about our wrestling compared to today's wrestling is the storylines. You don't have the storylines today like what we had back then. The storylines then, people fell in love with. They got emotionally tied to it. So some of the storylines that were just fantastic, one that was just great was Bam Bam Bigelow. We had such a heated feud. You know, my red hair symbolized the blood of all Native nations. He cut that on TV. So he made a mockery out of the Native Americans. You don't do that because it's all about honor and respect in our culture. So it just made the perfect fit for me being Native American and him being the beast of the East. Tattoos all over his head. He looked like the true bad guy. He looked like a true heel. So it just made the perfect fit for all of our matches. So we have phenomenal matches. Royal Rumble, pay-per-view, we had phenomenal matches in Madison Square Garden. Even Bam Bam Bigelow, before he passed away, which we miss him because he was a great talent that's lost too soon. Some of his best matches, he says, was with me. And we have phenomenal matches. I mean, we literally tore the houses down, especially over here too. UK, Germany. I wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow for a whole year. But Bam Bam Bigelow, Rick the Model Martel, you know, I love the short feud that I had with Shawn Michaels, defeating him before WrestleMania, defeating him before WrestleMania, defeating him again at WrestleMania, not getting the belt. Little storyline, so I love that too. I was really honored to be able to be in some great storylines. Lex Luger, when I made the turn went with $1 million man. No one expected it. So it was just great. They were like shocked, and the whole building turned and started booing me. It was just great. They didn't expect it. So all of the things that we did with my career during that time, World Wrestling Federation, they were just all great. So I would love to repeat all of them. But Bam Bam was just some great matches, definitely.
Have you got any thoughts on the UK wrestling scene as it is? Do you enjoy coming to this country?
Oh, definitely. World Wrestling Federation, ever since 1990, since I've been traveling all over the world, United Kingdom, Germany are two of our most favorite international countries to come to. United Kingdom has got a tremendous amount of fans that support our business, so WWE love all the fans of the UK. When we have Wrestlemania, big pay-per-views, a large audience will fly all the way from the United Kingdom and be there at the pay-per-views in the US. So again, WWE corporately and all the guys, we always appreciate the UK, not only because of the great fan base, because they have also a great heritage over here about wrestling too. They take it serious. The Brits take it serious about fighting and getting in the ring, and you know, a lot of the promotions over here still keep the respect in the business that you don't see in other areas. So we love that about the UK. UK's cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. One of our regular fans, Lee Group, would like to know, since you've stepped away from wrestling on TV, what would you like to do with your spare time? Do you have any hobbies? Or?
Well, actually, it was announced a couple of months ago. Still, some people didn't know, but I actually have re-signed with WWE. I'm actually on a Legends contract. I'm actually just signed my biggest deal with them in all the years, and I've actually signed my longest deal with them, a 5-year deal. I'm already booked for WrestleMania, so I'm going to be at WrestleMania, which is going to be historic because they're going to break the record there. I mean, 93,000 is our indoor attendance record, but the football stadium holds 105,000. It's seated for 135,000. So I've been very, very busy with wrestling, and now with WWE re-signing with them, I'm even more busier because I'm booking with them and still booking with third-party events. When I'm home, we have businesses at home, so I'm a business-minded guy. I like to make money, okay? I like to put money away, I like to have nice things, you know, but I like to work hard for them. So work very hard. We have a couple businesses at home, but I'm still very, very active with my career, actually all over. And again, being at WrestleMania this year and all the things I've talked to WWE, it's only making me be more involved with wrestling.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty busy, but it's cool to be home. I've got 4 kids, you know, so 2 girls, 2 boys. I got both of my boys love wrestling, but I got a 7-year-old that's just a monster. He started when he was 6, and he's been in tournaments that he's already won. His first year, he won gold in 2 tournaments. He had 7 matches in 1 tournament. He beat all 7 kids, but not only did he beat them, he pinned all 7 kids, sending them off the mat crying. TATANKA's son, there you go. So again, you know, so it's cool to be there with the kids, you know, also too. But I'm very busy. I travel a lot.
You travel a lot. You travel all over the world with WWF and on your own. What's your favourite country to go to, and why?
Oh my gosh, yeah, you know, we've traveled everywhere. I mean, the U.S., there's a lot of beautiful places in the U.S., but as far as countries, I have to tell you, we've probably had our best times, as I said before, United Kingdom, and also, again, Germany. As far as with wrestling, you know, the greatest thing that we enjoy, we're too busy usually when you're on a World Wrestling Federation schedule to be able to go see the country. But sometimes when you do get an opportunity, you get to go like William Wallace's Palace to see the big sword. I've been all the sightseeing, all the historic stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff here in the United Kingdom. I've been all over with historic stuff. So I enjoy coming over here because there's a lot of history here. So, and even all the boys, all the WWF boys, love coming to, again, the United Kingdom, the history. But at the end of the day, even when you don't be able to get out, every time we would have events in the UK, it was always lit up. As far as World Wrestling Federation, WWE, always big crowds. They were always getting involved. And at the end of the day, when a wrestler steps in that squared circle, he wants to be able to have a fan base that's lit up. It's exciting because then we give our all. So United Kingdom's been absolutely awesome. It's probably the best place that we really enjoy going. And it's such a big country too.
Yeah.
There's many different areas and many different places to go to also.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Is there anything you'd like to let your fans know, any upcoming events, or where they can follow you online?
Anybody who doesn't know, nativetatanka.com. As far as my Twitter handle, it's at nativetatanka. Same thing with Instagram. I'm also on Facebook /Native Tatanka. All you got to remember, Native Tatanka, and you'll find me. It's very easy. We thank you for all your support. You guys are awesome. I want to thank all the Pride Wrestling fans. It's an honor to be here. Tatanka's definitely going to be doing the war dance, and someone's going down by the tomahawk chop tonight. Peace. We're out.